Today, there is another major development in the ongoing drama involving Claressa Shields, and this time the latest claims come from her former friend, Jada the boxer. Jada has returned with what appears to be the third part of her series discussing her issues with Claressa. She explained that she decided to speak out again after Claressa and her trainer, who is also a former boxer and has been the subject of online rumors because he is reportedly married, appeared together during a live stream. According to Jada, the live stream raised several questions, and many viewers felt the interaction between the two seemed unusual. The conversation quickly became a hot topic online, with people sharing different opinions about what they believed they had witnessed. Jada claimed she had evidence to support her statements and argued that Claressa's trainer has repeatedly involved himself in disagreements connected to Claressa. She pointed to the public conflict between Claressa and Alicia Baumgardner as one example. Jada also challenged the story surrounding the well-known slap incident. In her opinion, what happened was not nearly as dramatic as it was later described. She alleged that the contact was more like a light tap on the wrist rather than a serious physical confrontation. Jada further claimed that after the incident, Claressa shared memes and other online posts that made the situation appear much worse than it actually was. According to Jada, this helped create a different public image of the event and encouraged people to view it as something far more serious. Jada continued by alleging that Claressa later looked for support from another former boxer, Adrian, to publicly criticize Alicia and damage her reputation. Jada's main argument was that these situations are not isolated incidents. Instead, she believes they are part of a larger pattern of behavior that has happened more than once. She encouraged viewers to look closely at the timeline of these events instead of accepting only one version of the story. It is important to remember that these are Jada's personal allegations and opinions. They have not been confirmed as facts, and everyone can watch her videos and decide for themselves what they believe. One of Jada's most talked about claims involved the nicknames Claressa allegedly uses when speaking about people. According to Jada, whenever Claressa refers to someone as sis, bro, uncle, or another family-style nickname, there could sometimes be another reason behind those labels. Jada suggested that these terms may occasionally be used to make relationships appear completely harmless while hiding a personal interest. She stressed that this was only her belief and not something she could present as proven fact. As her discussion continued, Jada mentioned several well-known names from the boxing world, including Anthony Joshua. She repeatedly reminded viewers that she was sharing allegations rather than confirmed information. During the conversation, it seemed that multiple male boxers were being discussed. Over the years, social media users have also connected Claressa's name to several other people, including her former fiancé Tony Richardson, Maserati Bud, and even Papoose, the husband of Remy Ma. Whether any of those rumors are true remains uncertain, and there is no verified evidence confirming those claims. Most of the discussion has come from speculation online rather than established facts. What has made these allegations attract so much attention is that many of Claressa's supporters, along with some members of her family, have consistently argued that she would never become romantically involved with fellow athletes. Jada's comments present a very different picture, suggesting that some of those friendly labels may have served another purpose. Once again, those statements remain allegations, not verified facts. Jada also questioned why so many people close to Claressa often rush to defend her during public disputes without first examining how the disagreements began. She argued that if someone carefully follows the timeline of several controversies, Claressa frequently appears to be at the center of them. Critics have claimed that Claressa sometimes presents events in a way that makes her appear to be the victim, while leaving out details that could provide a fuller understanding of the situation. Jada used the disagreement with Alicia Baumgardner as an example. According to the version Jada described, Claressa reportedly said that Alicia had once been her friend before becoming jealous, disrespectful, and critical of her boxing career. In that account, Claressa suggested that Alicia was the one who changed first and created the conflict between them. However, Jada pointed out that Alicia has shared a different version of events. According to Alicia, their relationship did not begin with hostility, and the problems developed later for reasons that remain heavily debated by fans. With both women offering different stories, many people continue to compare their accounts while trying to determine what really happened. According to Alicia's version of events, the two women were once on good terms. They respected each other, got along well, and there was even talk that they would eventually meet in the ring for a major boxing match. At first, everything seemed to be moving in the right direction. Fans were excited about the possibility of the fight because both athletes had built strong reputations in women's boxing. However, Alicia has suggested that things changed as negotiations continued. She claimed that the original agreement did not stay the same. According to her account, the proposed weight requirements were adjusted, the financial details were changed, and the overall deal became very different from what had first been discussed. Those reported changes created frustration and eventually damaged the relationship between the two fighters. While both sides have shared different versions of what happened, the disagreement has remained one of the biggest talking points among boxing fans. Critics have also questioned why Claressa often becomes involved in public arguments that do not directly concern her. One example frequently mentioned online is her decision to comment on the disagreement involving Papoose and 50 Cent. Many people wondered why she felt the need to step into a conflict between two grown adults who were fully capable of speaking for themselves. They argue that public disputes do not always need outside voices, making the situation even bigger. Since Claressa is a world champion and a successful athlete with a strong public platform, some people believe she should focus on addressing her own matters instead of becoming part of unrelated controversies. Others disagree and say everyone has the right to express an opinion. Even so, the criticism continues because it often appears that many people quickly join public battles to defend her, making the situations even more visible. Another topic that continues to generate discussion is Claressa's public image. Some critics have noticed that she regularly carries her championship belts to events that have nothing to do with boxing. While many supporters see this as a way of celebrating her incredible achievements, others believe it sometimes comes across as an attempt to constantly remind people of her accomplishments. They argue that it creates the impression that she feels the need to prove herself, especially as public attention has increasingly shifted from her success inside the ring to the personal drama surrounding her life. Instead of conversations focusing only on her record-breaking career, headlines and social media posts often revolve around conflicts, rumors, and online disagreements. According to those critics, this situation did not develop overnight. They believe the repeated controversies are the result of decisions, public statements, and ongoing social media exchanges that have continued for months. Every few weeks, another disagreement seems to appear. One day there are accusations, the next day someone responds, then a live stream follows, and soon afterward another round of online debates begins. The pattern has become so familiar that many people feel like they have seen the same story play out over and over again. Instead of the attention returning to boxing, the drama continues to dominate the conversation. Some observers have also pointed out that Claressa has often been willing to criticize other people's relationships, behavior, or personal decisions. However, critics argue that doing so invites people to examine her own personal life just as closely. Much of that discussion has centered on her reported relationship with a man who, according to public claims, is still legally married. Those online critics argue that it becomes difficult to judge someone else's choices while facing similar questions about your own situation. They also claim that because his reported divorce has not been finalized and his public connection to his wife has remained a topic of discussion, the relationship has attracted constant attention across social media. Whether those claims are completely accurate or not, the rumors have continued to fuel public debate. As a result, many people believe that what should have been a period focused on Claressa's accomplishments has instead been overshadowed by controversy. Rather than celebrating championships, victories, and career milestones, online conversations often return to the same personal topics. Some critics believe this has created an even stronger effort to appear alongside celebrities, receive public support from well-known figures, and strengthen connections within the entertainment world. At the same time, many fans pay close attention to which famous people openly support her, and which ones remain silent. Social media users have noticed that although Claressa has been photographed with several celebrities, those same public figures have not always reposted the pictures or publicly acknowledged the interactions afterward. Of course, that does not necessarily mean anything, but it has become another point of discussion among followers who carefully watch celebrity relationships online. Another theory shared by some commentators is that Claressa may be aware of the continued support Remy receives from major names in music, entertainment, and media. Despite the public attention surrounding her personal life, Remy still appears to maintain strong industry friendships and professional relationships. According to these observers, that kind of loyalty cannot simply be measured by popularity or social media followers. They believe real influence becomes clear when respected people continue standing beside someone during difficult moments. Because of that, some think the current situation involves more than headlines or internet drama. They believe it is also about public perception and who still has lasting support behind the scenes. Many fans point out that Remy Ma has built relationships over many years in the entertainment business. They argue that she still has access to major events and important industry opportunities. Whether performing alongside Fat Joe during championship celebrations or appearing at high-profile public events, she continues to receive invitations to important stages. Some people have even suggested that if Papoose had not allegedly been unfaithful, he might still have been standing beside her during many of those appearances. That remains speculation, but it has become part of the wider conversation surrounding everyone involved. Looking back over the past several months, critics argue that both Claressa and Papoose have played a role in creating the public attention surrounding their relationship. They point to the interviews they gave, the podcasts they appeared on, and the comments that many people interpreted as indirect criticism of Remy Ma. According to those critics, the couple attempted to present themselves as a strong partnership, while also throwing subtle shade toward Remy. Instead of winning public support, they believe those appearances had the opposite effect. Many viewers felt the strategy backfired because audiences could see the ongoing tension, rather than the positive image that was being presented. More recently, Claressa has also appeared in several new public roles outside of boxing. She returned to the Zeus Network as a judge during Baddies editions, and has also been working with Salida Promotions to help promote fighters and participate in boxing events across different cities, including Atlanta and Michigan. Supporters see these appearances as normal career opportunities that expand her profile beyond the ring. Others, however, believe they are part of a larger effort to remain highly visible in the public eye and connect with influential celebrities. One example frequently discussed online was her appearance at a WNBA game. Some social media users speculated that the event may have been arranged through promotional connections after posts highlighted her attendance. During the game, Claressa was seen carrying one of her championship belts throughout the evening. While many fans praised her for proudly representing her achievements, others questioned whether bringing the belt to a non-boxing event was necessary. Critics argued that most people already know who she is and what she has accomplished, making the display feel unnecessary in their opinion. The conversation grew even louder after Claressa attended an event where several well-known personalities, including Angel Reese, Latto, and others, were also present. This attracted attention because Claressa had previously faced criticism over comments she allegedly made after Angel Reese won the BET Sportswoman of the Year award. Although there is no confirmation that the two interacted negatively at the event, online users quickly revisited the earlier controversy. Photos featuring Claressa with different celebrities also circulated across social media, leading some supporters to celebrate the networking opportunities, while critics argued that simply attending the same event does not necessarily indicate close personal relationships. Some commentators also claimed that many of those pictures were taken at Celebrity Row Atlanta, a venue known for attracting numerous entertainers, athletes, influencers, and public figures. According to those critics, the event was open to many guests, meaning that appearing in photographs with celebrities should not automatically be viewed as proof of close friendships or exclusive connections. They further argued that the reason some of those celebrities did not later repost the photos may simply be because they viewed the interactions as casual moments rather than significant relationships. Others noticed that in several group photos, Claressa appeared to be standing off to the side instead of being the main focus, which sparked even more online discussion. Whether those observations have any real meaning remains open to interpretation, but they have certainly added another chapter to the ongoing public conversation surrounding her career and personal life.